taking care of business. I'm out here eating Candy Crunch, and we are going to talk a little football,
That just
a lot
seems
of
like
basketball, and we're going to have.
that just seems like every other show, though, John. It doesn't seem extra busy.
Well, you know what, Jay? It's extra special because
It
the weather
is.
is beautiful, and we are T-minus 7 days away from Valentine's Day. And remember, love is in the air, brother. And everybody seems to love the Eagles, by the way. And I'm going to mention that and go off on a little bit of a tangent right here. Are we sure Jay Morgan? Because everybody and their grandmother, I listened today, Jeff Moore was talking with Wolo. You watch all the shows last night, the quarterbacks and the big boys met with the media. So we are kicking off Super Bowl week. We're getting ready for the big game, Super Bowl 57. And even Madden, by the way, which Madden has hit a 70% rate on picking the Super Bowl winner. They have the Eagles by 2 touchdowns over the Chiefs. I do trust the Madden rating. I know that sounds crazy. But if you look at this Eagles team, have you checked and seen, like Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the National Football League, bar none. That is just a fact. The best quarterbacks the Eagles have faced this year. And Aaron Rodgers, who is having one heck of a down year. Aaron Rodgers, heck of a down year, is probably the best quarterback that the Eagles have faced. They also faced Dak Prescott and Jared Goff. Now, when the Eagles faced Dak Prescott, they gave up 40 points. When they faced Aaron Rodgers, they gave up 33. When they faced Detroit Lions and Jared Goff, the Eagles gave up 35 points. What's Patrick Mahomes going to do to this team? Everybody talks about the Eagles have the number 1 pass defense in the National Football League. Well, they also play the easiest schedule in the National Football League. They got to go against Cooper Rush the first time they played Dallas. Not like Dak is great this year. Most interceptions in the NFL. Did a horrible job this year, but still he's better than Cooper Rush, and they only had to face Dak once. Then when they were in the deadgum NFC championship round, the NFC championship game, guess what happened? Brock Purdy went out on the first series. So they didn't have to face Brock Purdy the whole game. I'm starting to wonder, everybody and their grandmother is all on the Eagles. That line's still hovering at the Eagles minus 1.5. Everybody's saying take the Eagles, take the Eagles, take the Eagles. But I'm starting to wonder, how good is this team? Everybody before the end of the season, the AFC is so much more difficult than the NFC.
Now, John,
look at all the young talent. Look at all the go ahead.
John, it's only Tuesday. So we want to hear.
I know, I'm already fired up.
What's today? Tuesday. So we got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Today is Tuesday.
So and Saturday. So that's 4 more days. So I agree with you. I'm seeing a lot of Eagles chatter, but I want to see 4 more days.
Eagles everywhere.
But we want to see it for 4 more days, and then we'll have a lot of confidence about laying on the Chiefs right there. I've also got a great prop bet for you. You ready for this? So there's a prop bet you can make about a specific beer commercial during the Super Bowl between Coors Light and Miller Lite. They've teamed up. That's how much of a stronghold Bud Light has on the big game. And you can
this is the first year that any other beer has been allowed to advertise in the Super Bowl.
And you know, it is. That's exactly right. I need my bell so I can ring it. That's a great point by you. Here, I got it. That's a great point.
You don't have your bell out?
No, I got it. You heard it. I just rang it. It's a great point by you, John.
All right.
And they have such a strong hold on this thing. Bud Light does, is that Miller and Coors have teamed up. And one thing you can bet on is in their joint commercial, you can bet on the amount of people that appear in the commercial that have a beard. And that line is set over under 2.5. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if there's 3 men in the commercial, John, they're going to have a beard. So that's a free prop bet for you. Over 2.5 people with a beard, and then if we get 4 more days of people taking the Eagles, I like the Chiefs.
Is there really a beard prop?
A beard prop.
2.5 beards?
2.5 men with beards in the beer commercial. And it's going to be over. And then also the Chiefs are going to win. So that's 2 bets right there. And I also like the under 10.5 penalties accepted. So that's 3 bets we already have ready for the Super Bowl, John.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Now, also, I'm going to like people out there who are loving the Eagles or maybe have already taken the Eagles. I'm going to make them a little bit queasy when I keep talking.
No,
but
we have
started to lean Kansas City.
We have to egg them on. Keep taking the Eagles, and then you and I can take the Chiefs privately.
No. so he can get as much
That's
as many
right.
points as we want. The one
That's
thing I will
right.
tell you though, but I don't know. Once they do officially come out there and say Juju Smith-Schuster and Kadarius Toney are going to be cleared to play in the game, I actually think that line could move just a little bit. And the other thing is, I think people are going to start looking at these schedules, go back and watching games. Kansas City this year has lost 3 games. They're 16-3 by a combined 10 points. They haven't lost by more than 4 points all deadgum season. And if you look at the teams they played 7 games against top 10 pass defenses. They played San Francisco, they played Denver twice, the Chargers twice, the Bengals twice, and guess what they did? They went 6-1 in those games, and they put up a lot of points. Pat Mahomes against those defenses averaged 321 yards in those games. Those are against the top pass defenses, and I know everybody keeps saying, look, Darius Slay is one heck of a cornerback. James Bradbury is one heck of a cornerback. Their defensive front gets to the quarterback they had more sacks than anybody in the NFL, and only 2 teams had more sacks than the Eagles this year. And again, that was the 84 and then the 85 Bears. Monster defenses. So the Eagles are getting to the quarterback. But, man, Pat Mahomes gets rid of the ball so fast. And if not, he's very elusive. And the number 1 offensive line in football at pass protection, well, that would be the Kansas City Chiefs. I feel like this is going to be a lot closer game than some of the people. Like Madden saying that, it's going to be the Eagles win by 14. I was listening to, was the little dude in the morning? What is it, the Carton Show?
Oh, Craig Carton.
Carton, yeah, the Carton Show, whatever. And, a lot of them are just
went to
all
prison.
over. He did go to prison, didn't he?
He did. Sorry, I didn't interrupt.
What did he
you.
go to
Keep
prison
going.
for, by the way? No, I like this. I'm always interested.
He was stealing money, some kind of fraud behavior, something like that. He was taking money from one thing.
He's in New York, man.
That's right.
I think it's like a very New York thing, it seems like.
He lost that show
he
with
just had
Bird.
a little fraud.
He lost that show with Boomer, and now he does another show, but is also on WFAN. They just gave him a different time slot, and he does this show on Fox. Very weird, Craig Carton. He literally got out of prison and immediately went back into sports media. They didn't hold a grudge. They were just like, you're so good that even fraud and securities fraud is not going to keep you off the airwaves.
You do your time. Hey, you get out and you get a new slate. You know what I'm saying? So
More than fair.
That's an interesting.
But
more than fair.
You're saying, John, that you're not so convinced with the Eagles, even though they have this quote unquote best defense. I got a couple things for you here. Number one, you talked about they only had to face Dak once, and people forget that in that game they give up 34 points. So it's a great point by you to say that when they've even played even a competent quarterback, they have not done
Jared
well.
Goff, Aaron Rodgers this year, and Dak Prescott again. The lowest point total was actually, I think, wasn't it Dak who gave up 33? No,
34.
The Eagles scored 40.
Yeah, and the Lions scored 35 in week 1 of the season. That's crazy. And then you go into the playoffs, John, and they're playing the Giants, who I like the Giants. I like what they're doing. But Daniel Jones, even if he is going to be better than he was this year, this is his first year of big development. Would you say that's fair? This is his first year of making any jump, so that's not a big competition. Then they play the Niners with a 4-string quarterback, and then somebody without a quarterback. So they play a 4-string quarterback for the whole game, and then the fourth quarter they played against no quarterback. So that I don't give them any credit for winning that game. This is the first test they've had. I think all this hullabaloo about how good the Eagles are, it's boo hockey. It's boo hockey, John. This hullabaloo is boo hockey, and I, for one, am not buying it. I'm still on the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm starting to go that way. Yesterday I was all up about the Eagles because I kept talking about, when we were talking with Jake Crane yesterday from Crane & Company, he made me feel a little more comfortable. The offensive line, yes, I was talking about how Kansas City has the number 1 offensive line per drop back. Like, they have the best win rate when it comes to stopping sacks. They gave up the fewest. Patrick Mahomes also, I think, has a lot to do with that because he gets rid of the ball so fast, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he's been elusive. I don't know how elusive he's going to be, but it looks like he's moving a lot better with that high ankle sprain than he was when they played the Cincinnati Bengals. And we saw what the little laser he threw over the middle for the touchdown. Then he scampered and got pushed out of bounds, so they kicked the field goal. If he's in better shape than that, I feel like the defensive front is going to be a little neutralized. And again, I think James Bradbury and Darius Slay are excellent corners, but he's Pat Mahomes, man. This ain't Jared Goff. This ain't Dak Prescott. This ain't a 38-year-old Aaron Rodgers who looked very disinterested in playing this year with the young wide receiving core. I think this could be a complete different beast. And you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, and I've already mentioned this once. They have lost 3 times by a combined 10 points. Haven't lost by more than 4. Look at their schedule. They played a hell of a lot tougher schedule than the Eagles did, who had the easiest schedule according to Pro Football Focus in the National Football League. So, I don't know, man. I'm kind of excited.
I'm with you, John.
Well, I'm glad you're with me, and I appreciate that.
And I'm on the radio with you, too. And I'm with your bet. So I'm on the John Harden bandwagon today.
All right, well, good, because you know what else? We got some NCAA men's basketball tonight, and tonight's a hell of a slate, by the way. We're going to talk a lot of college basketball with David Cobb here at the bottom of the hour at 11:30. Marquette and UConn, I think, is going to be a fascinating game. You know that I was going to say I've seen Marquette play a couple games this year. I watched that Butler game. I watched the Villanova game. And then I can't even remember. I think I watched it was the Seton Hall game where they just destroyed them. So I've seen Marquette play this year. They do not have that guy, that dude, if you know what I'm saying, that UConn does. Marquette has basically a team. They have 5 dudes that average over in double figures. Like, they have a very deep, a bunch of very good basketball players that play together. They're better in transition, but they don't have that big dominant force. And UConn, I don't know if you've watched them this year, but have you seen UConn this year?
John, I think you know the answer to that question.
Probably not, but
Probably
there's a
not.
dude named Adama Sanogo, and he is a beast. He's like 6'10", 250. He scores. He can shoot threes. He can do it all. He grabs rebounds. He's shooting 60% this year. He's shooting 60% from the field, 40% from the three-point line, and he's 77% from the charity stripe. He is somebody to contend with. It is at UConn. UConn's a 4-point favorite. I lost yesterday with Texas. I feel stupid for taking it. Very, very stupid. By the way, your boys Miami beat the brakes off of Duke, didn't they?
Yes.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I know. John, what are you talking about? I watched every second of that game. I know it. I'm very locked in on Miami college basketball.
Good. I'm glad you are. But I love UConn tonight. That line's at 4 right now. You better get it because I think that thing could push all the way up to 5, maybe 5.5. Then there's another top 25 matchup. Rutgers is in Indiana are playing. Both of these games, by the way, are at 5:30. Then you got the 8 o'clock matchup with the NC State and Virginia. And then also at 8 o'clock, a little Big 12 action, some TCU and Kansas State. So tonight, pretty good basketball with 4 top 25 matchups. And then, of course, we have some SEC hoops. You know we're going to have the Ole Miss Rebels. They're playing on the road at Georgia. You can hear all the action on Sports 56, 98.5 FM. Also in the SEC, Auburn's on the road playing Texas A&M. South Carolina's at Missouri. And then it's Arkansas and Kentucky tonight. Both teams 16-7 in desperate need of a win. Kentucky at home and a 5.5-point favorite. We're going to talk college basketball with David Cobb. We got Hardwood because it feels so good. We're going to talk a little more NFL. But I'm out here at 5280 Pleasant View Road. I'm at Dinstall's Fine Candy. Stop by today in any of the Dinstall stores, and you mentioned Sports 56 or WHBQ. And again, I'm at Pleasant View. They also have one in Laurelwood. They have one in Germantown, Collierville, and the new one downtown. Check out all the locations. Mention Sports 56 or WHBQ, and you're going to get a 14% discount on your purchase of anything $14 or more. That's till 6 o'clock tonight. Today's the only day you can get it. We are T-minus 1 week away from Valentine's Day. It is next Tuesday. So get over here. Get those chocolate-covered strawberries. Check out all their other goodies. They got these heart-shaped boxes that you can get filled. They're Valentine's boxes. They range from 3 ounces to 7 pounds. So there's a box that fits every budget. Plus, if you come out to the one on Pleasant View, you can go ahead and do a little drawing. Because at the end of my show, I'm going to pull out, as we're doing a drawing for a 1-pound heart-shaped box of Dinstall's hand-packed chocolates for your Valentine. Also, a 1-pound chocolate-covered strawberries to be picked up either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Oh, or you can wait till Monday and Tuesday if you're a last-minute person. But you can pick them up starting this Friday all the way up into Valentine's Day. We're also giving away 4 tickets to the Memphis Temple game on Sunday and a pair of tickets for Memphis and Houston all the way out in March 5th, I believe. Now, Jay, guess what?
What, John?
I'm in the box.
Oh, John. Oh, John. Oh, John.
What do you got for me? What do you got for me?
John. Oh, John. John. Yesterday, we saw Sean Payton do a press conference and introduced in Denver when he was asked about Russell Wilson and his quarterback guru and all his massage people and all these and that and having offices in the building. And he says, no, that doesn't happen in my organization. We won't be having any of that. John, is Sean Payton already at odds with Russell Wilson?
No, he's just laying down the law. This is the way he runs his organization. He ain't no Nathaniel Hackett. He's no hack. He's no Dick Hackett who just can't do it. He can hack it. He's Sean Payton. He's won a Super Bowl. He went down to the New Orleans organization. They were absolute trash, and look what he turned them into, a perennial powerhouse. And again, they won the Super Bowl with a little bitty quarterback named Drew Brees. Some reason Russell Wilson wants to change his style of playing football. Hey, well, guess what? Sean Payton can maybe help fix you, help bring in a good running game so you can do what you do best, and that's be a complimentary quarterback. When Russ cooks, you go in the toilet, you go in the tank. When you got a great defense, which Denver does have, you can establish a good running game, then you can actually get some shots down the field, and Russell Wilson can be an effective quarterback. Will he be a Hall of Famer one day? More than likely. Dude's numbers are pretty ridiculous, especially through the first 10 seasons of his career. Up until last year, he had a very good career. But those teams that went to the big game, the team that won it, the team that lost it, it was lost because he threw an interception. That's still going to stick there. They just hand the ball to Marshawn Lynch. He's a two-time Super Bowl champ. He is right now getting $245 million from Denver. They paid an extremely high price. But if you notice, they went out and paid an extremely high price for Sean Payton to come in here. They also had to give up draft picks. So I think Russell Wilson knows that bringing in his guys is not going to fly. And if he wants to be the best quarterback that he can be, and if this team wants to be good, he might need to listen to Sean Payton. And remember at the end, though, I don't know if Russell Wilson is too diva-fied, by the way, to take this the right way. Because him and Pete Carroll were at odds at the end of the year. That's why they had to get rid of him. They weren't seeing things eye to eye. He had his own idea of what he wanted to do. Well, Russell, I'm telling you right now, Sean Payton, he is the alpha dog in Denver. You better get in line, and you better listen if you want to resurrect your career, because after what you did last year, if you have another bad year, dude, you'll just be an embarrassment. So I like what Sean's doing.
How about that? Pro Sean, not pro Russ. John, that was the only question I had. I used up my other one when I asked you a question earlier.
Well, wait, what now?
That was the only question I had. That was the only question I had.
Oh, just so you know, you're very good at thinking on your feet.
What? You want another question?
No, I'm good. I appreciate that you gave me your only question. Did you watch any NBA last night?
I did, John.
Was there anything interesting during the NBA that you found last night?
I've been saying free Cam Thomas for a month, and he scored 40 for the second straight game last night.
Oh, congratulations. Congratulations. You're on fire.
The Clippers are also 17-8 when Kawhi and Paul George play. And also Javaris Crittenton, who went to...
Did you say they lost 8 games when they play together? See, that's proof.
They're 17-8. That would be the best.
Hey.
That would be the best winning percentage in the NBA.
Hey, don't give me that.
That's not relevant to you, is it?
One thing that's freaking me out, though, is the Grizzlies. How are they 8.5-point favorites over the Bulls? I mean, I know the Bulls are not having a good year.
Bulls are on a back-to-back.
Bad?
Oh, no, they play tomorrow. They don't play today. They play tomorrow. How is there already a lineup for that game?
Today's Tuesday. The Grizzlies play today, buddy.
Oh, I thought they played tomorrow. Well, John, then I can tell you why. Because the Bulls are on a back-to-back.
The Bulls played last night, and you know what the Bulls did? They actually won and beat the Spurs at home. Now it's a little short flight down here to Memphis, Tennessee. I don't see why. And again, these are basketball. They're professional athletes. I don't want to hear them complain about playing a back-to-back. That's all BS.
Well, but the numbers indicate that you lose more of those games than you win. So that's why they would be an 8. That's why they would be an 8-point underdog in that regard.
Which coach this week was so upset that he just decided to leave 5 of his players back because they had to play a game within 24 hours? Did you see that?
No.
You didn't see that, really?
Uh-uh.
He went completely off. You don't watch. I thought you said you watched a lot of television.
Well, John, I don't follow sports to the same degree that you do. That's why you're the host
Man.
and I'm the producer.
Oh, I know who it was. It was Mike Malone for the Nuggets. Remember, he was going off about Denver playing a back-to-back, and it was less than 24 hours from the time the game ended till their next tip. It was like 23 hours, and he went completely off, and he left Jokic. He left 5 of his players back and only took 12 people to play the game. So that was this weekend. But anyway, thank you for, I guess – I think you were trying to stroke my ego. I appreciate that. But again, we're out here at Dinstall's Fine Candy. Make sure you know that love is in the air. Make sure that you know that you have Valentine's Day covered. Like right now, let me just tell you something. Like restaurants, hard to get a reservation if you waited till now. Trust me, I found this out. You want your chocolate-covered strawberries, you might want to put your order in, and you might want to do it today so you can guarantee that the people that you love in your life feel that love with nothing but the best. These chocolate-covered strawberries, they're fresh, they're ripe, they're dipped in special fondant. They're enrolled in Dinstall's rich milk chocolate, and right now you can order them. You can pick them up beginning this Friday, so put in your order, get you a 1-pound box of chocolate-covered strawberries. I'm telling you, your loved one will appreciate it. Come on out to Dinstall's. They have Laurelwood, Germantown, Collierville, downtown covered. I'm at Pleasant View Road where they make the candy, 5280. Come out here. We're also not just I'm not just eating Cashew Crunch the whole time and chocolates, but we're giving a draw, like we're giving away today. We have a drawing for a 1-pound heart-shaped box of Dinstall's hand-packed chocolates for your Valentine, a 1-pound chocolate-covered strawberries box to be picked up either, again, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or you can wait all the way up until Valentine's Day. We're giving away tickets to the Memphis Tipple game, 4 of them this Sunday, and a pair of tickets to Memphis and Houston on March 5th. So head on out to Dinstall's and make those people that you love feel the love this Valentine's Day, T-minus 1 week. On the other side, it's time to talk some college basketball with CBSSports.com's very own David Cobb. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hey guys, Platinum Jewelers wants to make you feel like a king or queen this holiday season and all year long. It's where the Tigers and Grizzlies go. Platinum Jewelers specializes in diamond engagement rings and customization, and they have a wide variety of watches, bracelets, earrings, and rings. They'll pay top dollar for your gold and diamonds, and wholesale pricing is available. Platinum Jewelers, 9387 Poplar Avenue in Germantown, next to Fresh Market. Call 901-907-0626. Platinum Jewelers, proud supporters of the Memphis Tigers.
Hi, everybody. Greg Gaston for FanDuel. Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets, unique fun bet types like same-game parlays, and exclusive always-on promotions such as enhanced odds boosts on the biggest events that let you get more action out of every game day. And if you win, they even get you your winnings safely in as little as 24 hours. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started, and be sure to sign up with promo code GASMAN so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code GASMAN. Must be 21 or over and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit is required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call Tennessee Redline at 1-800-889-9789.
Come out to 10th Inning Sports Bar and Grill for the Big Game Showdown. February 12th starting at 5 p.m. Half-price select appetizers, drink and bucket of beer specials, and food specials. Plenty of TVs to watch the big game. It's going to be a super day for football at the #1 sports bar in DeSoto County. Plus, Sports 56 very own Johnny Radio will have some giveaways and your chance to win some prizes. Big Game Showdown Watch Party, February 12th, 10th Inning Sports Bar and Grill, Gatewell Road here in South Haven.
Hey, Zeke, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great. Look, I just started the Central Barbecue Diet.
Haven't heard of it.
Well, then, I tell you what. You just sit down right there, and I will tell you everything that you need to know about the Central Barbecue Diet.
Eating Central Barbecue exclusively has not been shown in clinical studies to reduce weight. Eating a diet of exclusively Central Barbecue has not been proven to make you more popular, attractive, and intelligent, although it almost certainly would. Plus, you know what? Who am I to tell you how to live your life? Do what you want. Take up golf. Get a puppy. Learn to crochet. Eat Central Barbecue 3 meals a day. It's your life. Don't let some disclaimer guy on a Central Barbecue commercial tell you what to do. You're a person. Live your life. Eat barbecue.
I know the sweetest thing in Memphis, and I know it's been around for 120 years. You know, I'm talking about Dinstall's, and it's time to stock up heavy on Cashew Crunch, Heavenly Crunch, Turtlettes, all of your favorite Dinstall's treats to watch the playoff games and to watch all the basketball. It's so easy to get. The sweetest thing in Memphis, all you have to do is head to Laurelwood or head to Germantown and Poplar right across from the hospital, or go where they make the candies. That's on Pleasant View. There's nothing that says Memphis better than Cashew Crunch with that little tinge of coconut, or the Turtlettes. Let's face it, there's nothing better than Dinstall's chocolate. That's the mainstay of all candies, isn't it? Milk chocolate, although their dark chocolate is pretty darn good. And if you get the peppermint with the dark chocolate and put it in the freezer, you're going to love it. So many ways to love Dinstall's. 115 years of making Memphis oh so sweet.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder is in the house, and we're about to talk with David Cobb. And I'll tell you one thing, David Cobb knows a little something about Dinstall's. He's got class. He knows what his girl wants, and that's the finest chocolate around. Plus, everybody knows the chocolate-covered strawberries are out of control. And other people have chocolate-covered strawberries, but I can tell you, nobody dips them like Dinstall's. Head out and see me. I'm at 5280 Pleasant View Road, or go to the Laurelwood, Germantown, Carterville, the new store downtown. You mentioned Sports 56 or WHBQ, get 14% off for your purchase today. That is until 6 p.m. today only. T-minus 7 days till Valentine's. It's next Tuesday on the 14th. So make sure the people that you love feel the love this Valentine's Day. Come on out to Dinstall's. What's up, David Cobb? How are you, brother?
Hi, man. Not much. What's going on with you?
Man, just chilling out here, eating a little cashew crunch, a little chocolate, having a little bit of fun, making sure that I look really good, this Valentine's Day, because I'm going to have all kinds of goodies. I'm going to bring the chocolate-covered strawberries. I'm going to get a big old box, one of those heart-shaped box full of chocolate. I'm telling you, my
now
girl's going to feel the
you,
love.
You just got to find a woman to accept your gift.
Man, I know it. I feel like I actually I do that one pretty well, and I'm keeping the same one. I still have the same girlfriend now. It's almost 2 years. Are you proud of me?
Congratulations.
I know, man. I'm just growing up right before everybody's eyes. Hey, David, got to ask you some weird questions today before we get into college basketball. And you know David Cobb. He covers college basketball and college football for CBSSports.com. I just want to ask you because of, that's for gambling reasons and my own personal. Is everybody that you're talking to, and maybe even you, liking the Eagles in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I like the Eagles in the Super Bowl. I don't really know why. Well, okay, actually, I do have a couple reasons. Is Patrick Mahomes 100% healthy, right? Question. Jalen Hurts, I like a lot. Then the red zone. If you go and look, from what I understand, the Eagles are far superior in the red zone.
They're very efficient, yes.
Yes. So to me, that seems like an important attribute for an NFL team in the Super Bowl. So there's my hot take analysis for you on the National Football League. I'm going with the Eagles. I don't know where you're leaning, but and also,
well, see, I was going to say
yesterday.
Yesterday I was all over Philadelphia. I was looking at the offensive line. I was like Jason Kelsey and those boys. The Eagles' offensive line. I think is a little better, even though Kansas City's the best offensive line when it comes to pass protection, win rate. Eagles, though, best defensive front when it comes to sacks, the most sacks in NFL. In fact, the most sacks, they're like the third most sacks in a season by an NFL team, only behind the 84 and 85 Bears. Those were great defenses. I look at their cornerback. You got James Bradbury. You got Darius Slay. Good quarterbacks. They're ranked number 1 in the NFL. They're the number 1 pass defense in the NFL. But then I look at this, David, and this is what freaks me out. Chiefs played a much tougher schedule. The Eagles had the easiest schedule. The Eagles have played a bunch of bums when it comes to quarterbacks. But when they played 3 decent quarterbacks this year, and I'm talking about Dak Prescott, and I'm saying decent, very, very, iffy. Well, Dak, guess how many points they put up on him? 40 points. Then Aaron Rodgers, probably the second best quarterback he played. That Green Bay Packers team put up 33. And then the third best quarterback he faced all year long was Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions, and they gave up 35 points. So I'm wondering, is that defense really as good as everybody says? The fact that they played the easiest schedules in the NFL.
No, you're talking yourself into the over right now. That's what you're doing. I mean,
you know what? I am.
Yeah. The point spread, I think, is 50-ish? And we know Philly can score. And so Mahomes, if he's close to 100% healthy, he's going to have Kansas City scoring. This could be, when I was on yesterday with Stats and Bryant, I think I said 31-27 Philly. But that well exceeds the current point total,
I love it. I love that. Now, I also love winning basketball games, and tonight is a great slate of hoops. You have 4 teams in the top 4 games pitting 2 top 25 teams against each other. The first one I want to start off is with Shaka Smart's Marquette. They do not have a superstar, but they got 5 dudes that average double figures. They got a bunch of different guys that can put it in the hole. But on the other side, you have UConn, and they have, holy cow, Adama Sinogo, I believe is his name, 6'10", 250. He's a machine. He's, 60% from the field. He even knocks down the threes, shoots the free throws at 77% rate. Just overall a stud. Tonight in that first game, it's at 5:30. UConn's a 4-point favorite at home. I'm leaning towards UConn. What says the expert, David Cobb?
Yeah, I feel like UConn's starting to get back on track a little bit. That's partially because their schedule as of late's been on the weaker side, but having Marquette at home definitely helps. They played Marquette really close on the road already once this season. So, 4, I lean UConn. But, man, don't discount Shaka Smart and Marquette and our guy Cam Jones, who played at ECS, taking a huge step forward and been a big-time scorer for Marquette this season. They are in the hunt to win the Big East, and I maybe even the favorite as of now. For them to rise into the top 10 so quickly, they lost their top 2 scorers from a year ago. Shaka Smart deserves to be in that National Coach of the Year conversation. I don't think he's going to win it, but he deserves to be in that conversation.
Where did he get his hair from, by the way? Where did that hair come from? Is that like a hair club for men, or is that real?
He must watch a lot of college basketball, because I swear every night I'm watching college basketball. There's 3 different hair loss brands that are advertising to me. It's gotten so bad where I actually decided I needed to order some.
Hims, Bosley.
Yes. Now you can do it discreet over your phone with an app, and you don't even have to go to the doctor. It's great. So, those advertisers know their target audience, the middle-aged men who are alums and gamblers watching college basketball on weeknights for sure. But anyway, no, I digress. Honestly, I might even go Marquette. They're not a team that's been getting blown out. They're playing really well. They're on a winning streak. They can keep it close. UConn's lost some home games. I might actually be on the Golden Eagles.
David,
all right.
David, I'm going to tell you
I'm
first.
Listening to you.
David, I'm going to tell you firsthand, though. None of those things work. I hope none of them advertise here, but that's all crap.
Jay's tried them all.
Tried them all. None of them work. Still bold.
Well,
I bought him a Merkin. He just won't wear it.
Well, just a money pit then. That's unfortunate. But you know what? My wife is like, hey, maybe you should look into this just because your hair might be thinning just a little bit. And I'm like, at first I'm like, no, you're crazy. There's no way. And now I'm, find myself looking in the mirror, seeing pictures from 2 or 3 years ago, and I'm like, wait, do I need to jump on this hair loss medicine thing? And Anyway, we're going to give it a shot, but that's not
Give it a shot.
No,
man.
David, don't buy it.
Please
Look, you got great
do
bald people like Vin Diesel and The Rock out there. They struggle so that you can embrace it. I'm telling you right now, firsthand.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, I
man,
feel
but-
like if you're jacked, you can get away with being bald, and maybe like a lot of jacked people are bald because they use steroids and they have bad side effects, But like, man,
That's a
I'm
good
not
point.
jacked. Like, I can't afford to be bald, so I don't know. I got to figure it out.
Nobody's going to be like, man, he's been juicing. That's why he lost his hair.
Right.
All right. One other question about but not real. I got a couple more questions because the Big East fascinates me. I was watching, I think it was last Wednesday, Providence and Xavier. Game went into overtime. It was a great basketball game. But I look at the Big East, and I have no idea who's the best team. I mean, you got UConn with the best player, Marquette with one of the deepest teams, and Shaka Smart. Xavier's good, Creighton, Providence. Heck, Seton Hall's playing good. Who do you like out of the Big East?
Yeah, I could give you a better answer on that next week. I'm going to see Creighton Seton Hall tomorrow night.
Are you?
Actually, I'll be in the
Nice.
arena for that one. Real curious. I mean, honestly, I'm glad you mentioned Seton Hall because Shaheen Holloway. You guys remember that guy from St. Peter's, right? The coach of last year's NCAA tournament darlings. I don't know how many people have been paying close attention to what they are doing, but he's back at Seton Hall, his alma mater, and after a slow start, they are putting together a decent run here to maybe get themselves onto the bubble conversation. They got a huge game against Creighton tomorrow night. If they win that one, I think they are in that bubble talk. So, I mean, Marquette and Xavier are the clear-cut, I think, favorites to win the league. Obviously, the job that Sean Miller has done in his first year back at Xavier is just tremendous, and he's doing a fantastic job there. But, no, I don't know. The Big East is sneaky. It could be a good NCAA tournament league this year, I think, because Creighton is not going to be highly ranked because of how many losses they took when Ryan Kalkbrenner was out. But he's a good player. And then UConn's not going to have nearly the type of seed we thought they would a few weeks ago. But don't forget, this is a team that rattled off something like 15 wins in a row at one point earlier this season and has a ton of talent. So with UConn, with Xavier, with Marquette, Providence, Creighton, I mean, you're not going to have a number one seed come out of the Big East. You probably won't even have a number two seed come out of the Big East. But I think it's a conference that could have three teams make the Sweet 16.
The Big East is, I think, a great conference, and you would think that the Big Ten would actually be a better conference and a deeper conference. They just have all that money. They have a ton of team. They have a ton of basketball tradition, but Michigan's down this year. Michigan State's not any good. I think Wisconsin's got a bunch of bums. Ohio State is straight trash. Outside of Purdue, I guess Rutgers is probably the best team. Is this Big Ten, is this one of the most, are you shocked at how, at least, maybe I'm completely wrong, but I perceive the Big Ten as being one of the weakest conferences in the country.
I mean, it's got a big, mushy middle, really. I mean, it's how I would say it, because there's
and
going to
a
be
really dumpy bottom.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a bunch of teams from the Big Ten that make the tournament, but they're going to be 6 seeds, 7 seeds, 8 seeds, 9 seeds, probably some 10 seeds, maybe an 11
I guess
seed.
Indiana's all right.
They are coming back. Yeah, Indiana is starting to round into form. They beat Purdue at home, so you give them credit. I mean, obviously, Assembly Hall was in a tremendous home court advantage for that game. They're up and down, but they're trending up right now. The key for Indiana is just that they've been banged up all season, have random key players miss 2 or 3 games at a time, and that had kind of kept them from having their entire lineup together all at once. Now they're finally getting fully back healthy. The freshman guard, Jalen Hood-Schifino, huge difference maker for Indiana this year. So between him and Trace Jackson-Davis, you got 2 really, really dynamic players, stars there. So I think Indiana's capable of making a run. But Indiana-Purdue, I think if they've separated themselves, at least for the time being, in the Big Ten, even if the standings still say that Indiana is right there with the middle of the pack.
What Maryland did last night kind of freaked me out. They almost doubled up Minnesota, beating them 81-46. That was a beatdown of epic proportion, and it was in Minnesota. Is this Maryland team kind of starting to round in? They've won 4 straight. They look pretty effective. They've been taking care of business, and they beat Indiana, I believe, not too long ago, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. Maryland's another one of those teams like Seton Hall. Ironically, Kevin Willard, first-year coach, came from Seton Hall. And much like Seton Hall, they've been a mystery for most of the season, kind of treading water, trying to figure out, are they an NCAA tournament team? Are they not? Who are their star players? Do they have any star players? A lot of similarities there between Maryland and Seton Hall. Maryland, I would, in some respects, credit their recent success to a poor schedule, but I think they're going to be one of those teams, though, John, I was talking about from the Big Ten, that make the dance as a 10 seed or something like that, an 11 seed, and maybe have a chance to make some noise, make a little bit of run, depending on what their pod looks like. So they've got a veteran guy, kind of a hybrid big, in Dante Scott, who's just really difficult to match up with. He's big. He can play on the perimeter. He can take you down to the post if you put a smaller guy on him. He's just one of those guys that's really difficult to match up with. So, yeah, Maryland's interesting. I still don't know totally what to make of Maryland at this point in the season, but they've got a shot to go dancing in year one under Kevin Willard, which would be a success for them.
Kansas last night took care of business versus Texas. I was on the wrong side of that because I'm an idiot. I just thought maybe – I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking because that was kind of ugly. Is Kansas starting to wake up, and are they are they your favorite team out of the Big 12?
Oh, the Big 12, that's a tough one. I actually
is a beast.
I lean Texas still. I mean, Texas came back. They got smacked in the mouth to start that game last night. Came back and had a chance to win it late. Ultimately, Kansas got it done, but I think Texas might still be my favorite team in the Big 12.
Really?
I mean, Kansas is legit. There's no doubt.
Is it the depth at their front court?
Well, yeah, no. Texas they can beat you in a variety of ways. They're versatile. They've got 7 or 8 different players, it feels like, who can go for double digits on a given night. Serge Rice really rounding into form. He definitely has one of the best names in college basketball. But I'll tell you, last night what encouraged me about Kansas was the fact that Jalen Wilson hardly scored at all. I mean, he's carried their team for much of this season. But on a night where he didn't do much, they had other players who stepped up. Grady Dick snapped out of his funk. DeJuan Harris had a huge game. He's been quiet, but when he's on, Kansas is really good and almost unbeatable. So, and they've also had Ernest Udeh Jr. Back in the mix and sort of forced a little bit to play some key minutes in big games recently. I think that's going to help them, at least having the option to play a traditional big when matchups warrant. So Kansas is still really good, but even after last night's result, I think I still lean towards Texas a little bit out of the Big 12.
Okay. Well, good. Made me feel a little bit better, like why I was on Texas last night and was so disappointed because I took them in game plus 7.5, so I lost that by a half. That was a little frustrating. Now, Tennessee and Auburn, I watched an absolute rock fight. I did have the under,
you watched
but it was
that?
still painful.
Wow, your eyes. Man,
well, I had under 130. I had under 131, or I think. I got that so easy. It wasn't even funny, or maybe 128, something like that. But anyway, point is, I think that Hugh Freeze in Auburn and Josh Heupel in Tennessee, when they play each other, I think they could score more points.
You're right.
Than what was scored in that basketball game. It was 46-43 absolute final. It was nasty. It was ugly. Tennessee hold on. But me and Jay were disagreeing yesterday. After, somehow that game, he's like, you know what, I really believe Tennessee. Their defense is great. And, I think they can go in the tournament. They could possibly win 6 games in a row and win it all. And I'm like, dude, eventually they're going to go through a game where they won't score enough points and you have to score to win. Agree with John, or do you believe in this fairy tale about your alma mater that they can actually
He
win
framed it, David, in a way that really sets me up for success here.
If we're actually talking basketball acumen, I'm going to lean towards Jay's methodology because he played for Tubby Smith, for crying out loud, local hero. But no, it's a fair. Your concern is super valid, John. It's just hideous what they do offensively for long stretches at a time. In fact, we're doing this exercise tomorrow at CBSSports.com where we are making hypothetical college basketball trades, sort of playing off the NBA trade deadline this week. And the trade I'm making is for Tennessee and for Missouri as well. But what I'm doing is I'm bringing Tennessee a scorer. I'm bringing them Isaiah Mosley, who was just an absolute bucket at Missouri State last season, and has kind of been in and out of the rotation at Missouri this year, but the dude can flat out score. So I'm trading away Julian Phillips, the 5-star freshman from Tennessee, to Missouri, and bringing Tennessee a scorer, because the reality is they go 3-4 minutes around the bucket. They don't know who to give the ball to. There's not that clear-cut go-to offensive option. They don't know if they want to operate out of the post or try and go ISO. They run these actions, but then they get late in the shot clock and end up hoisting a contested three. Because they do play a little bit of a smaller lineup in the backcourt at times with Key and Vescovi and Ziegler, and those guys can't always rise up and get a look, So it's rough to watch them, man. They are rough to watch. You would think. I mean, from listening to Tennessee fans, that the sky is falling, that they're sub 500, that they're not going to the NCAA tournament, and here they are projected as the number 2 seed. So you never know, though. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, Rick Barnes has a terrible track record in the NCAA tournament. Tennessee's offense isn't good. But if they get the right matchup, yeah, they could make a run. I just don't necessarily believe that it's going to happen.
Man, I'm right there with you. I'm sorry, just a team that struggles to score the way they did. And again, that Auburn-Tennessee game, that was painful to watch even for somebody who had the under. Now, Arkansas and Kentucky tonight, both 16-7 on the season. Who needs this game more, Arkansas or Kentucky?
I would say Arkansas does. Arkansas, to me, is starting to figure it out as I expected they would. I mean, Kentucky, I think, has figured it out. I think Kentucky is going in the right direction. What is it, 6 out of 7 or something now, probably, that they've won since that South Carolina loss. Arkansas needs that big win to sort of legitimize itself on the national stage. Winning at Rupp Arena would do that. Winning at Rupp Arena would put them pretty firmly on the right side of the bubble. Their last 4-in territory today, according to Jerry Palm. You win at Rupp, that's a quad 1 win, and you get out of that last 4-in category. Kentucky maybe drops to that last 4-in category with a loss, but I think Kentucky's figured it out well enough to where they're going to find a way in. Arkansas maybe is starting to figure it out, but could really use that big validator, that national validator that winning at Kentucky would provide.
Yeah, because Kentucky, like you said, ever since they lost to South Carolina, the only loss they have was on the road against the Kansas team that we saw was pretty damn good last night as well.
Right.
I think actually, was that game in Kentucky?
No, so Kentucky lost to Kansas at home. And that was like...
Oh, they were at home. Okay, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, are we all the way back moment, right? They've mostly been beating up on lower-tier SEC teams, but they do have the win in Knoxville, which I think that one, kind of provides evidence to the idea that Tennessee is going to run into something at some point in March that they can't overcome because they're so bad offensively. Because that Kentucky team had just lost at South Carolina, or at home to South Carolina, and then they went and beat Tennessee, which made no sense. But I think that win is one of the best wins. I mean, it is probably the best win available to anybody in college basketball this year, one of the best, winning at Tennessee. I mean, there's just not many wins that are going to count for more than that one will. I mean, I guess Rutgers winning at Purdue earlier this year, that one is a huge win that might not be overcome in terms of what it means to a team. But, yeah, Kentucky has that win. Arkansas needs that win. So I think that's why tonight's biggest for Arkansas.
David Cobb, he was with CBSSports.com. He's very nice to join me every single Tuesday at 11:30. Read all his work at CBSSports.com. And also follow him on the Twitter at David W. Cobb. Be blessed. Enjoy the hoops, my brother.
All right, man. Thank you.
That is David Cobb. And, again, I'm out here at Dinstall's Fine Candies at 5280 Pleasant View Road. They also have locations in Laurelwood, Germantown, Collierville, and, of course, the new store Downtown. Stop by any of these locations today. It's till 6 p.m. only. Get 14% off on your purchase. All you have to do is mention Sports 56 or WHBQ. Put in those orders for the chocolate-covered strawberries. They're going to, get them all ready. And everybody, like a lot of people have chocolate-covered strawberries. But these are just different because nobody, and I mean nobody, dips them like Dinstall's. They're fresh, ripe strawberries dipped in the special fondant and enrolled in Dinstall's rich milk chocolate. They are straight fire. You can begin picking them up again on February 10th, this Friday, and you can pick them all the way up until Tuesday. But make sure you get your orders in, and don't forget get those big old heart-shaped boxes filled with Dinstall's finest assortment of chocolates, turtlettes, chewies, crunchies, assorted creams, cherries, truffles, you name it. And they got boxes that range from 3 ounces to 7 pounds. So there's a box to fit everyone's budget. Head on out to Dinstall's and make sure the people that you love feel the love this Valentine's Day. We're back in 2 Shake, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Looking for a bar with it all? Pimento's Burgers Bar and Grill. Pimentos makes football your fantasy with 17 TVs and $2 draft beers during the game, Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you know I love a great happy hour. At Pimentos, $4 house cocktails, Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. Yes, $4 house cocktails. Try one of their signature drinks like the JJ Spicy Margarita or the Tennessee Sunset. How about a Memphis Mudslide? Or be a kid again with the Adventure River Rum Punch. Hungry? Try a fan favorite, Bacon Pimento Cheeseburger. Or be like me and try them all. The Mushroom Extravaganza, Sweet Heat, and the Dirty, Mean, and Nasty. Need I say more? Well, yes, because there's so much more than just pimento cheese. Sliders, salads, quesadillas, 10 different appetizers. Just don't forget about dessert. 2 great locations, 6450 Poplar Avenue in East Memphis, and in Collierville, 3751 South Houston Levee Road. A bar with it all, Pimento's Burgers Bar and Grill. So much more than pimento cheese.
The only app you need at your Super Bowl party is FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Download FanDuel and bet Super Bowl 57 with a no-sweat first bet. You'll get up to $3,000 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. FanDuel lets you bet on everything from the money line to point spreads to who will score a touchdown. The FanDuel Sportsbook app is safe, secure, and super easy to use. Join FanDuel with promo code WIN to claim your no-sweat first bet on Super Bowl 57. That's promo code WIN. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
21 plus in select states. Must be present in select states to wager. First online real money wager. Only $10 deposit required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable sportsbook bonus bets, which expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG. For Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Tennessee, and Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342 in Arizona. 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. 1-800-9-WITH-IT in Indiana. 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com in Kansas. 1-877-770-STOP in Louisiana. Visit www.mdgambler.org in Maryland. 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-3669 in New York. 1-800-522-4700 in Wyoming or visit www.1800gambler.net in West Virginia.
Bartlett Small Engine has been serving quality power equipment since 1970. They have a full line of power equipment, parts, and services for most makes and models. Bartlett Small Engines has the best brands in the power tool industry: Honda mowers, trimmers, and generators, Steel blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws, Echo trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws, plus quality products from Red Mat and Shindawa. And they're all American made. Bartlett Small Engine is your can-do store. 6780 Summer Avenue. Call 901-386-9779.
They say they'll get your biggest tax refund. Jackson Hewitt says your biggest tax refund guaranteed, and a chance to double your tax refund. Thousands in weekly prizes during the Double Your Refund sweepstakes. Your biggest refund times 2, twice the money, so forget about them. File your taxes on the double at Jackson Hewitt today. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to U.S. residents 18 or older who file a 2022 federal tax return. Promotion ends 4/2/23. Visit jacksonhewitt.com for rules.
Do you want a greener, more weed-free lawn? If you're like me, you can't stand the sight of dandelions, clover, or especially crabgrass. Hi, I'm Brandon Hawley, president of Lawn Solutions. We are your locally owned and operated weed control and fertilization company. We are also experts in disease and insect control on your lawn and landscape. Our uniformed technicians are full-time, year-round licensed and certified by the state of Tennessee. Lawn Solutions' personalized service is far more superior to that of national companies that promise but simply cannot deliver. We return phone calls, we keep appointments, and we want your business. What we will not do is bother you with endless phone calls or junk mail. Lawn Solutions will not sell you something your lawn doesn't need. If you're looking for a local lawn care company to kill your weeds and feed your grass, then Lawn Solutions is the finest. Call us at 867-5626. That's 867-5626. Or go online at lawnsolutionsinc.net. From our family to yours, we want to thank you for your business.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's back at the house. Big thanks to David Cobb, D.C. He was out there taking care of business. Speaking of D.C., I'm at Dinstall's Fine Candies. I'm at the one on Pleasant View where they make the candy, 5280 Pleasant View, but they also have locations at Laurelwood, Germantown, Collierville, and, of course, the new store downtown. Stop by Dinstall's today. You got till 6 o'clock tonight. 6 o'clock. You go to any of these locations. You mentioned Sports 56, WHBQ, Bing Bang Boom, 14% off on your purchase. And if you want to make sure that the sweethearts in your life feel the love this Valentine's Day, there's nothing like going and getting Distill's buying candies. I'm all about these chocolate-covered strawberries. Put in your order today, pay for it, then you come back either Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or you can wait all the way up until Tuesday on Valentine's Day. You just walk in on the little side, you say your name, bing, bang, boom, you get your chocolates, and the people that you love are going to feel the love this Valentine's Day. So make sure you come on out there. And again, I'm at Pleasant View. They have Laurelwood, Germantown, Collierville, and, of course, the new store downtown. Also, I got a little something else for you can do tonight. I think I have your whole day planned out. Take care of the people that you love in your life by coming by Dinstall's. And tonight, why don't you go by the Memphis Music Room? Over at the Memphis Music Room at 5770 Shelby Oaks Drive, you can go out there. It's the Hang Suite. It is every single Tuesday. And it's a social networking event, a jam session. It's for all the creatives in the music industry. They get together. They come out there. They play. It's an open mic style. You got Charles Streeter and Chris Bounds who are putting this bad boy on. Again, head on. The doors open at 8 o'clock. It's only $10. I'm going to be out there tonight with Chas and a couple people. We're going to be checking out again. That is 5770 Shelby Oaks Drive. On the other side, we got to talk about some of the stories in sports. We got a little bit of Hardwood because it feels so good. Don't forget about the bets. And don't forget, it's very important. Head on out to Dinstall's. You make sure that the people that you love feel the love this Valentine's Day. And by the way, T-minus 7 days and counting. We got 1 week, so you better get it done, people. It's nothing like waking up on Valentine's Day and realize that, you're in deep trouble. And the only thing you can get is a little sweet tarts with the little hug me and kiss me on it. That is not going to fly. Make sure those people that you love feel the love this Valentine's Day. We're back in 2 shakes. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
You shout and no one seems to hear.
You've heard of James Gaddis Jewelers, but have you heard what they've done lately? Everything. A tremendous selection of diamonds and jewels, gold, silver, and much more. Lots of watches, tons of custom-made jewelry, fine gemstones, bracelets, necklaces, so many choices. Romantics will love the one-of-a-kind estate and vintage jewelry. James Gaddis has experts to help you with wedding and engagement rings, plus 2 repair experts for fine watches and jewelry. Layaway and financing available. James Gaddis Jewelers at 4900 Poplar.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on.
It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's back at the house. Big thanks to David Cobb who joined us. We talked tons of college basketball. I've been giving you my opinions on the big game, man. Eagles, Chiefs. Last night the quarterbacks got together and started talking. I did find out something very interesting last night. I don't know if you paid attention to this. Everybody on the team makes fun of Patrick Mahomes and his voice, and rightly so. It sounds like Kermit the Frog. But Travis Kelce does a great impersonation of Patrick Mahomes. And they say the person who does it the best is Andy Reid. So Andy Reid, they say, is somebody who actually does make fun of everybody and their grandmother. So maybe those State Farm commercials where he's drawing mustaches on people's face isn't just a corny, goofy thing. Maybe he does stupid things like that.
I think I've got a pretty good one.
Yeah, you do? You think so?
I think
Give
so.
it to me. Give
You wanna hear it?
Give me the Patrick Mahomes. Yeah.
Well, I'm going out there. I'm trying to throw it deep as far as I can, and it's all
That's
my
too
team.
sling blade.
It's all my teammate. Oh, you want French fries on taters? No, it's okay. Let me try again. Well, I'm going out there, and I'm trying to throw it deep to Kelsey, Travis. He's always open, and I just try to throw it to him as often as I can. We got these 2 other good receivers. I don't know if they're going to be healthy coming this weekend, but we're going to try and get out there and throw the ball. It's hard to do it for an elongated period of time.
You're not bad. You're not bad, but I'll give you a C, so you at least passed. But the State Farm commercials, I think they are kind of valid, but I will tell you, you know who the best State Farm agent is on planet Earth?
Who?
That's Bob Simpson. He can buckle you up with auto insurance. He can back you up with life and health insurance. He can cover your business, whether it's starting, growing, or maturing. And don't forget to insure your home, no matter if you're an owner or a renter. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call Bob Simpson today at 901-381-1233 or go online and get a free quote at bobsimpson.org. Stay protected with your good neighbor. That would be Bob Simpson of State Farm. Now, guess what, Jay?
What's that, John?
We're about to go to Hardwood where it feels so dead gum good. Are we not?
Yes.
We are. I just was kind of actually trying to help you out because, I'm not there. I can't give you, my hand signals.
Well, it was already pulled up, though, John. I just, because we talked about
No way.
Not to pull
There's
peek
no
behind
way.
the curtain, is we had a little show meeting during that last break where we talked about what we were going to do next, and I used that time to pull up the sounder for Hardwood.
Well, before we go to Hardwood, though, I wanted to tell everybody about Dinstall's Fine Candies. I'm out at Pleasant View. Come out here and see me. I'll be here till 1 o'clock. You can enter a drawing to win a 1-pound heart-shaped box of Dinstall's hand-packed chocolates for your Valentine. You can also win a 1-pound chocolate-covered strawberries that you can be picked up starting this Friday all the way through Valentine's Day. I got 4 tickets to the Memphis Temple game on Sunday, a pair of tickets to the Memphis-Houston game on March 5th. So head on out to Dinstall's and make sure the people that you love feel the love this Valentine's Day. They got locations everywhere. Again, I'm at Pleasant View. They have Laurelwood, Germantown, Collierville, and the new store downtown. And again, the chocolate-covered strawberries are so good. Put your order in now. And yes, other people do have chocolate-covered strawberries, but nobody dips them like Dinstall's. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Jay, do I sound a little bit slow today, or can you tell that I've been eating Cashew Crunch and talking on the radio?
No.
Man, I'm good at this. Just put it in your cheek.
John, you're really talented.
Man, thank you, Jay. Whew. Telling you, I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling the love. Now, do you think this is a smart move by Pat Mahomes? Did you see what he did yesterday also at a little media day thing?
No, I did see an interview with Michael Irvin where he was sitting down and Michael Irvin was standing next to him and he looked like a little person. But that's not what you're talking about, probably.
Who looked like a little person? Who looked like a little person?
Because he was sitting down and Irv was standing up next to him. And
okay,
just like the camera on, it just didn't look right. But anyway, what did he do yesterday, John?
Well, Cooper Manning. You remember Cooper, right? The one that played
Arch's
at Ole Miss,
dad.
Arch's
no, he didn't
father,
play at
yes.
Ole Miss. Cooper didn't play at Ole Miss.
Yes, he did. He got injured and couldn't play anymore.
No way.
Cooper was a wide receiver.
Cooper got hurt in high school.
Cooper was a wide receiver at the University of Mississippi, son.
I'm looking it up, John. I don't believe
Look it up. You better start you better believe it, boy. You know what I'm saying? You better believe it, y'all. Now, Pat Mahomes said that he would drink a beer out of Cooper Manning's nasty boot.
No, he was
if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
He got hurt in high school.
Dude, he was going to be an Ole Miss Rebel football player.
He was being recruited by Ole Miss, but he got hurt.
He committed to go to Ole Miss, and he did go to Ole Miss.
Well, yes, but not as a football player.
Please.
What? These are facts. Anyway, go ahead. Keep going. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure that he was going to go there until he got injured, so don't be messing with me.
That's not what
Here it is. Cooper Manning. Listen, prior to his freshman season at Ole Miss, Cooper Manning was a commit to the University of Mississippi, but then he was diagnosed with spinal stenosis, and he was not allowed to play, ending his football career.
Yeah.
And so again, he was on the team for a little bit. If you accept an offer,
Correct.
and then 2 months later you find out that you can't play because you have spinal stenosis,
you're not on the
I
team.
still say you were going to be on the team.
Yeah,
dude,
but that's different.
This poor
though.
guy's
That's
got spinal
different. That's
stenosis,
different,
and he loses his opportunity.
People decommit from schools all the time. They didn't go there.
But at least, you know what?
But he did go to Ole Miss. In your defense, he went to Ole Miss.
And by the way, I just wanted to bring up that Pat Mahomes is nasty because, dude, would you drink I could never drink a beer out of a dude's shoe. I have, there's only certain things that I'll put my mouth to, if you know what I'm saying. Now it's kind of crazy that.
Butt? You eat butt?
Like
pork?
What? No. No,
pork butt. What do you mean?
I was gonna say, but
normal.
it's weird. Like I'm going to see the Billy Strings. Billy Strings, February 24th and 25th in Nashville. By the way, Billy Strings awesome. You need to start giving me some rejoins with Billy Strings. But anyway, my point is, like at a concert like that, they usually pass this thing to the left around. Now I'm not scared of that. But man, I don't like drinking after somebody else. Is that weird?
Is that like a left-handed cigarette?
Yeah, I'll hit that, but I won't drink after somebody.
You know what they call
Doesn't make much sense.
You know what they call drinking out of a shoe?
What?
A shoey.
A shoey.
Yeah.
Yes, of course I know that. He's going to do a shoey at Cooper Manning. That's nasty. Now, get to your first story.
John, you're going to hate this story, and that's why I love it so much, to be honest. John, you know PewDiePie, right?
No, I don't know PewDiePie.
No, PewDiePie.
I don't know who PewDiePie is.
You don't know PewDiePie? John, he's a famous YouTuber, perhaps the most famous YouTuber, him and Mr. Beast. Oh, you know Mr. Beast.
No, I do not know.
Oh,
are you being serious? The only YouTuber I know is Jake Paul. I know Jake Paul.
Well, PewDiePie and Mr. Beast are arguably both more popular than Jake Paul, but PewDiePie has confirmed that he and his wife Marzia are expecting their first child. He's 33 years old, YouTube king. He's from Sweden, I believe, John. He's expecting his first child with his wife Marzia. Isn't that great news for PewDiePie?
No, not. I mean, I don't care. That's
wow.
Great. You know, like John, every single second. Do you know on average, every single second, like 250 people find out they're pregnant? This is not a big news.
But they're not as famous as
people
PewDiePie.
Reproduce. No, I don't even know who that is.
Well, that's crazy, John. He's very famous.
And
he's famous. He's famous.
I bet 95% of our audience has no idea who.
Well, then our audience and you, John, not to cast aspersions here, aren't sports fans. Because this is an actual sports story I brought to the table here. PewDiePie is one of the biggest names in esports, and if you don't know who he is, then you must not be a sports fan.
I guess not.
How about that?
But you know what? I'm not a fan of the Commandos, the Washington Commandos, and you know Dan Snyder's probably going to sell his team pretty shortly. Did you know that he listed his home on sale for $49 million? And this thing has 30,000 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 13 and a half bathrooms. Like only 5 bedrooms. They're all like master suites, like super, super dope suites. But only 5 bedrooms. But he has 13 and a half bathrooms in this joint, a basketball court, a theater, a wine cellar, a library. Like who's reading at a library in somebody's house? Like I know it's not open to the public, but why have a library? He's got a spa, a gym, and it sits right there like by the Potomac River. Beautiful, beautiful piece of land. The guy's been publicly ridiculed. They think he's going to sell the Deadgum team to Jeff Bezos and Jay-Z, blah, 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 or somebody.
No, he won't sell it to Jeff Bezos. He refuses.
Yeah, he won't sell it to them. But they, I think, offered like, what, $7 billion? Something to that effect.
That's crazy he won't sell it to somebody, or that he even has a say as to who he sells it to. I guess it's his thing. He gets to choose who he sells it to. But that's crazy.
Oh, and he does own it. So, that's kind of one thing. But what I'm just saying is if you see this house, let me just tell you something. I would never leave it. Like it is, he's got also his garage has marble flooring and a spiral wood staircase that goes straight up into the house. Like, dude, who parks their cars on marble? Rich people. Damn, that's dope.
You would never leave the house?
Man, I could party there forever. Party there forever.
Like a rock star.
Mm-hmm. Now, shoot me with your next story, and please tell me it has something to do loosely with sports.
My last one had to do with sports. This one does not. But my last one was my sports story of the day. Sports story of the day. John,
well, I got a great gambling story after this about a football player.
Go ahead.
No. I want to hear yours. I trade back and forth. It's we're a week away from Valentine's Day. I'm all about giving. Here's your change.
John, you have to give me a drunker if you want me to feel that way about you. John, a woman was declared dead. And then she was at a funeral home and she was found breathing. So how about that? So she's laying on the embalming table. They're about to do work on her. She's 82-year-old. 82-year-old who lived in a nursing center in Port Jefferson, New York.
Take out her blood, and then they're going to put in the embalming fluid. This is about to happen.
At 1:30 p.m., she was taken to the O.B. Davis Funeral Home in Miller Place, New York, and at 2:09 p.m., she started breathing again. I missed the bell. Isn't it crazy? How about that? So you got to be careful. Did the doctor
that pronounced her dead, is he going to lose his license?
I don't know, actually. That's a great question. I don't have that kind of information. She was pronounced dead at 11:15. She was taken to the funeral home at 1:30, and at 2:09, she was awake and breathing. So she was dead for 2 hours and 45 minutes-ish? That's crazy.
Wow.
How about that?
That is...
Not a sports story, but a good story.
No, that's very good. And by the way, so she's alive and healthy. Like, are people trying to figure out how people thought she was dead?
I don't know. She's
how
alive,
do you not
though.
breathe for a while, or people can't tell that you're breathing or don't feel a pulse, and how do you come out of that alive? I don't understand. Is she a vampire?
Maybe or a monk. Don't monks slow their heart rate? Don't they slow their heart rate to a certain
I don't
level?
know, dude.
You don't know about monks,
I don't
John?
know.
So you don't know PewDiePie, John? You don't know how slow monks' heart rates get?
Which
These
one are
are
monks?
things. Monks are they're like they live in Tibet and like
are they the Buddhist monks? You're talking about Buddhist people? Yeah,
right.
like they do that. Yeah, they like do Om.
But you don't know who PewDiePie is though, just to confirm.
No, I don't know PewDiePie.
No, PewDiePie, John. Like
PewDiePie.
Like pew, like the sound like a laser gun makes. Pew pew.
That's a horrible name.
Oh, it's a great name, John. I don't know what you're talking about.
Pion Pion. Isn't that a song?
Maybe. I'm sure it's in a song. I'll look it up. Pew. It's hard to look up the sound pew. It's like how do you put that into Google?
Anyway, you're gonna drive me nuts. Ronnie, do you know Ronnie Rivers? Probably not. Because
does he play video
was
games,
not drafted.
John?
No, he does. Well, he probably does, but he was playing games at Caesar's Palace in Sin City. That's Vegas, by the way. And my man's sitting down playing a little bit of 3-card poker. Guess what he got? His hand he hit was a royal flush. A royal flush is 1 in 649,000. The odds of getting a royal flush, 1 in 649,000. Of course, he was lucky he had his little chip on the spot where you hit the progressive jackpot. This man last year, he made for his entire year, because again, he was undrafted out of Fresno State. He signed on the Rams practice squad, and then of course in September he was activated to the active roster. He signed a $700,000 deal last year. Next year his base salary is $870,000, but in one night at Sin City he won $514,000 by sitting down at the table and hit it at a deadgum royal flush. Is that not crazy?
In 3-card poker, no, that's crazy. You get a royal flush.
Dude.
Because you only have 5 cards total.
Yes, you get the 2 that the dealer get and the 3 that are given to you.
Right,
and
it's crazy.
man, like, dude, man, this guy's living. He must have done some really good, like some good stuff in his life.
Oh, maybe he's a monk. Good karma. Isn't that one of the Buddhist teachings? Is karma like you get back what you put in?
Yep, I like it.
And also,
it is.
Paul McCartney said that once. And in the end,
Really?
I don't know if I can get in trouble for quoting Paul McCartney, but in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make.
I love it.
That's right.
I love it.
Paul McCartney said that, John.
And also, I think it's Axl Rose said, "Live and let die." Right?
No, I think Paul McCartney said that too in part of Wings. He said,
maybe.
That was the title of a James Bond movie. I think that's all Paul McCartney.
It's great stuff. By the way, do you know Kyle Busch? He actually is.
He's a NASCAR driver. Oh, did you watch the Bud Light Clash at the Coliseum? It was a great race. 6 Chevrolets in the top 10, John. Chevy's the car of the year, the Chevy Camaro.
Chevys, man. I didn't even know that they were doing well.
Yeah.
Tell me a Chevy car that you know right off the bat.
Camaro.
Like one Chevy car.
Camaro.
Is a Camaro a Chevy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're really good at this car thing.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Toyota makes a Camry. So the Chevy's a Camaro, the Toyota's a Camry, and the Ford is a Mustang in NASCAR. They're not actually those cars, but that's like the label they put on them, I guess, to sell more cars.
Do you know what Kyle Busch drives? Because I don't.
I think a Chevy, actually. I'll look it up. Go ahead with your story,
might want to look it up. Well, Kyle Busch got himself in a little bit of trouble. And there's some weird discrepancies coming out from Kyle Busch and then also, like, the Mexican authorities. So my man is going to Mexico, okay? And him and his wife are going down there. Him and his wife, Samantha. You know, it's late January. They decide to go to Mexico and chill. Well, my man, Mr. Busch, forgets that he brought a firearm in his luggage to Mexico. Well, that's not a good thing because even though he has a valid conceal and carry permit here for the United States, he does not have one in Mexico. He said, "I was not aware of Mexican law and had no intention of bringing a handgun into Mexico. When it was discovered, I fully cooperated with the authorities, accepted the penalties, and I returned to North Carolina." He did return to North Carolina. My man is back. But prosecutors in Mexico released a statement over the weekend, and it says that Kyle Busch, it says they detained and after they discovered that he had a firearm on January 27th. They noted that following an investigation, they said that he was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison as well as a fine, and Busch never made any mention about being in prison. How is Kyle Busch in North Carolina, but the Mexican authorities say that they have him in prison currently serving a 3.5-year sentence? Like, do they have the wrong Kyle Busch?
Maybe they have
Or
Kurt,
did they
maybe
just,
they have Kurt
did
Busch.
Kyle Busch like pay somebody to go do 3.5 years so he can keep driving and just like, hey man, when you get out 3.5 years, would you sit on your head for $1 million in a Mexican prison for 3.5 years if when you got out you knew you were going to get, like, let's say $3.5 million, $1 million per year in prison? Would you do it? Yes or no?
Yes. No. Yes. Maybe. Maybe it's his brother Kurt Busch in prison, John.
Oh, he does have a brother, right?
He does,
That
and he
is
also
true.
drives a Chevy. I looked into it.
And by the way, did you know that the Busch man I'm talking about, he finished third at the Bud Light Clash at the Coliseum, the one you were talking about?
Wow.
Did you know that?
I did know that.
So if he finished third and he was in the top 10, what percentage does he drive a Chevy?
One of the six. He's one of 6, so that's like 16%.
Is he one of the 6?
Yeah, he is. He drives a Chevy. He's one of the 6 in the top 10.
You looked it up. No, I was just saying we could guess. It's like 60% that he's going to be a damn Chevy driver because I didn't know you already knew the answer to that.
Oh yeah, no, I knew the answer to that. But I told you when you asked me. I asked you when you told me I knew he drove a Chevy. My guy Ross Chastain finished in the top 10. So did William Byron. Both guys we bet on this weekend, John. I got a little thing for NASCAR betting. I got a system. I can bet on the drivers. If you ever want me to give a Friday bet away on the drivers, actually, I don't know if I can do it on Friday because I like to watch the practices
Is it like
first.
win play show? Is it like the ponies?
No.
How do you bet on NASCAR?
Well, you could bet, like, say when you bet on golf, like top 10, top 20. But here's the secret.
It's
I'll
like
tell
more
you.
like golf.
Yeah, I'll tell you a secret though. They do practices, and cars are not like athletes. You know what I mean? Like if they're going a certain speed, that's probably the speed they're going to go. They're not going to get discernibly
Unless
faster or
something
slower.
breaks.
Yeah, the wreck is the big variable here that we have to worry about. But they're not going to get discernibly faster and slower. So if you just watch practice and listen to the commentators, you can actually do pretty well betting on NASCAR. That's my secret. Don't tell anybody, though. Just me and you.
Thank you. That is Jay Morgan. I appreciate him helping us out, and I'm going to help you out. I'm going to help you show all the people that you love this Valentine's Day. At least I'm going to help them feel the love, because all you have to do right now, and you need to do it today, but you got all week to do this. You have till Tuesday, because we're T-minus 1 week away from Valentine's Day. I'm at 5280 Pleasant View Road. They also have locations, and I'm talking about Dinstall's Fine Candies at Laurelwood, Germantown, Carterville, and downtown. If you stop by today before 6 o'clock, you mention Sports 56 or WHBQ, you're going to receive a 14% discount on all your purchases. Bing, bang, boom. How's that? You'll love it. Again, we're T-minus 7 days till the big day, and if you head out here now, you can order those delicious chocolate-covered strawberries. They're just the best. They're fresh, they're ripe, they're awesome strawberries. They're dipped in a special fondant. They're enrolled in Dinstall's rich milk chocolate. Other people have chocolate-covered strawberries, but nobody dips them like Dinstall's. So place your order now. You can begin to pick them up on Friday, and then they'll pick them up all the way up until Tuesday if you like to procrastinate. Bing, bang, boom. They got you covered out here at Dinstall's. Don't forget, you can also choose one of their Valentine boxes. They range from 3 ounces to 7 pounds, so there's a box that fits everybody's budget. Head on out to Dinstall's, and again, mention Sports 56 or WHBQ to get your 14% off. On the other side, we're going to talk with Becky Dinstall, and we also have bets. Jay Morgan, how'd you do last night, by the way?
Well,
because remember, I can't really remember much yesterday, because you remember yesterday was my first day. I was at home all week. I told you about this, right?
Yeah.
I was a really good boy. Didn't have any Tito's. I did nothing. But yesterday when I left work, I went straight to, get a little Tito's action on. So I had a little bit of fun last night.
Well, the Rangers won. Yeah, the Rangers won yesterday. That's good.
That's your hockey team, right?
Yeah, the big win. They beat the
Flames.
Calgary
Do you like the Texas Rangers, or do you just like
just the New York
Rangers?
I'm a New York sports fan, John.
How did you become a New York sports fan, by the way? You're from Carterville.
I bet too much money on the Rangers last year and fell in love. And then I found it to be a lot of fun to yell and scream about New York sports, and so I decided that it'd be fun to be a New York sports fan.
Yeah, you do love Doggy, so.
I love and Mike Francesa. Oh man,
and Mike Francesa. Yep. You love that New York sports talk.
I love it,
but
man.
Anyway.
Great.
We are out here at Dinstall's. Come out here and see me, and we'll be back in 2 shakes. This is Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11, here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Los Cabos is famous for their authentic Mexican food, great steak fajitas, enchilada tacos, and unbelievable seafood freshly flown in from crab legs to shrimp, and Los Cabos handcrafted margaritas. Come watch your favorite game. 4 locations to choose from: Quince, Bartlett, Germantown, and Goodman Road. Take advantage of the Los Cabos Daily Happy Hour specials. Monday and Tuesdays, 2-for-1 margaritas on the rocks from 3 to 7 p.m. Tuesday and Wednesday from 3 to 7 p.m., Margaritas Jumbo, $6.99, Flavored Margarita Jumbo, $7.99, and House Wine, $4. Los Cabos Weekend Special is Jumbo Lime Margaritas, $6.99. Come to Los Cabos, best Mexican sports bar in town. Get a Sports 56 beer and lunch special starting at $7. Daily beer specials, all draft beer, 16-ounce, $2.99. Los Cabos, the best Mexican sports bar in town.
Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets, unique, fun bet types like same-game parlay, and exclusive always-on promotions such as enhanced odds boosts on the biggest events to let you get more action out of every game day. And if you win, They even get you your winnings safely in as little as 24 hours. If you've never tried FanDuel Sportsbook, what are you waiting for? Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started and be sure to sign up with promo code CASH so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code CASH. Must be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line at 1-800-889-9789.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
There's an institution in East Memphis that I love talking about. It's the Spirit Shop at 4848 Poplar Avenue, right down the street from Clark Tower, and it looks like a log cabin. It's been around Memphis since 1969 with a family-owned, friendly, knowledgeable sales staff that is just a wonderful place to go. I love going in and talking wine or bourbons, and they've got such great selection. So if you've not visited the Spirit Shop in a while, it's been remodeled. You'll love what you see when you need spirits. Tell Eddie Wallow said hello.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
I know the sweetest thing in Memphis, and I know it's been around for 120 years. You know, I'm talking about Dinstall's, and it's time to stock up heavy on Cashew Crunch, Heavenly Crunch, Turtlettes, all of your favorite Dinstall's treats to watch the playoff games and to watch all the basketball. It's so easy to get. The sweetest thing in Memphis, all you have to do is head to Laurelwood or head to Germantown and Poplar right across from the hospital, or go where they make the candies. That's on Pleasant View. There's nothing that says Memphis better than Cashew Crunch with that little tinge of coconut, or the Turtlettes. Let's face it, there's nothing better than Dinstall's chocolate. That's the mainstay of all candies, isn't it? Milk chocolate, although their dark chocolate is pretty darn good. And if you get the peppermint with the dark chocolate and put it in the freezer, you're going to love it. So many ways to love Dinstall's. 115 years of making Memphis oh so sweet.
That is one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan's back at the house hanging out. Jay, how are you doing? You hanging out? You hanging out well?
Yeah, I'm hanging out well. Are you hanging out well?
Man, I'm hanging out really good.
There you go.
Sweet, because I'm at Dinstall's Fine Candies, 5280 Pleasant View Road. You can also go to Laurelwood, Germantown, Collierville. They got a new store downtown. I'm going to be out here for a little bit longer. You can come out here, and if you fill out a little Sports 56 piece of paper, put your name, your address, or not address, but all that good stuff on there. And I'm going to do a drawing for a 1-pound heart-shaped box of Dinstall's hand-packed chocolates for your Valentine, a 1-pound chocolate-covered strawberries. You can pick that up either Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, which is Valentine's Day. Get those chocolates. They're awesome. We're also doing a drawing for 4 tickets to Memphis and Temple this Sunday and a pair of tickets to the Memphis-Houston game on March 5th. Now, I was going to be joined by Becky, but she is busy because everybody and their grandmother is showing up in here to make sure the people that you love feel the love this Valentine's Day. And don't forget, today only, you have till 6 p.m. You come in here and mention Sports 56 or WHBQ, and you're going to get 14% off your purchase. That's 14% off your purchase. Get those chocolate-covered strawberries ordered. I'm telling you, they're straight fire. Nobody dips them like Dinstall's. Now, Mr. J. Morgan, Did you watch any basketball last night in the NBA?
Yes.
Did you see what Klay Thompson did?
Yes, I did.
What was it that he did?
He dropped buckets, John, to say in a word. That's a couple words, actually. Drop buckets. He, had like
he
40
did drop
points.
buckets. Yes, he did. He did. And the weird thing is he had 42 points. He made 12 threes, and my man did not even attempt a single free throw during the entire game. Is that not just absolute lunacy?
Well, sort
No
of, but
free throws.
if you're shooting 15 threes, you're probably not going to get to the free throw line.
That's true, but just to think to yourself that you can, score 42 points without even hitting a free throw to me is absolutely amazing.
You don't miss.
But it is. He does not miss. But it is time to bring in my friend Becky Dinstles. Again, we're out here at 5280 Pleasant View Road, but you can go to all the locations today, Laurelwood, Germantown, Collierville, the new store downtown, T-minus 1 week from Valentine's Day. Make sure the people that you love feel the love this Valentine's Day. Come out here to Dinstles Fine Candies. Becky, how are you doing today?
Hey, John, I'm doing great. It's so nice to have you out.
Thank you.
We've been doing this virtually for the last couple of years.
It's nice to be here in person.
Oh, it's great to have you back.
It is great to be back because I've been eating Cashew Crunch the whole time, still gnawing on just a little bit of it. Some of the chocolates and everything. My girlfriend's now showed up. She's picking out her Valentine's Day gift.
Excellent.
You know what I'm saying? That way I can't mess it up. But I don't think you could mess it up at Dinstles. Now, I've been talking about the chocolate-covered strawberries.
Yes.
Because they're one of my favorite things in the world. My mom's going to get love from me on those, my little girls, my girlfriend, and I'm going to get myself a box. So I'll probably be putting in an order for 5. But,
all right.
But they are literally my favorite thing. How come they're so much better than everybody else's?
Well, we dip ours a little differently than anybody else. We actually cover the entire berry. It's not just drizzled and half dipped. We cover the berry completely in our special sugar fondant.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's totally enrobed in our rich milk chocolate. So that's what creates the magic.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that chocolate covers it up, then inside that strawberry is going to start breaking down that sugar crystal, and that's what makes the juice inside.
Oh, and they're so good. Now, you can put your order in now, and I was wondering, of course, you can go to any of your great locations. We're out here at Pleasant View Road. You have Laurelwood, Germantown, Collierville, and downtown. So there's one. If you can hear my voice, you're near a Dinstles.
That's right. And if you, for some reason, you can't get here, we can always ship them to you. Or if you're in the vicinity, we have made special arrangements that we can have them couriered to you. So
nice.
Call us today. If you call before 6, then you will get the very special Sports 56 discount of 14%. So just mention that you are hearing it on Sports 56, and we will take care of you. And that goes for any of your purchase today.
And, again, there's so many different things that you can purchase. And I just have to ask you, this wall behind you, I keep looking at all these, and I see tiramisu and strawberry and hazelnut, espresso cafe, amaretto. They look so delicious. I've never had one, but what are they?
Those are truffles.
Oh, gosh, those look so good.
They're yummy, and they are a mouthful. Let me tell you, they're triple dipped, and then they're decorated on top with great flavors. So if your special Valentine is into truffles, we can fix you up.
Do you have the chocolate-covered cherries that I love so much?
Yes.
Oh.
Of course.
Oh, man, they got everything. And the dark chocolate, by the way, is delicious as well. I don't even know. I wasn't a big fan of dark chocolate, and Dave was like, try this. And I was like, whoa.
Well, a lot of people, they think it's going to be bitter,
Mm-hmm.
but we have a special blend of chocolate, and even though it's not considered to be the high cocoa, it's a 52% cocoa base for our dark chocolate, and then we also have a high cocoa 72% blend. But the dark 52% blend, to me, is just a right mix. It's not bitter, it's rich chocolate.
It is all delicious out here at Dinstles. And again, people, the chocolates, the cherries, the truffles, I'm going to be leaving here with a few of those, the turtlets, the assortment of different nuts that you have it all out here, and it's been here in Memphis, I think, for 120 years, Becky?
That is correct, John.
That's putting out some love right there. Now, you've expanded. Y'all have gone downtown.
Yes.
How's everything with the downtown store going?
It's going well. It's building, and we're right there at Peabody Place and Main Street. We're right on the trolley line.
Oh, nice.
So it's very convenient. You can actually, there's a lot of construction going on because we're going to be next to the transportation center once that's completed. But they've got some short-term parking. You can pull up there and run in real quick and pick up your chocolates. Or if you're strolling on the trolley, of riding a bike, or just taking a nice walk.
Just come on in there and grab a little bag of this or a bag of that. Oh, I love the the cashew crunch, by the way, is something that's dangerous because once you start, it is almost impossible to stop until the bag is gone. So be careful out there with your cashew crunch. That stuff is just straight fire.
Well, and this week for Valentine's, if I could mention, we're going to be open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
So you're open this Sunday. You're never usually open on Sunday, are you?
Typically we're not, but we will be open 11 to 4. We're get in and
get those chocolate-covered strawberries and the treats for your loved ones.
For the big game. We got the big game Sunday.
Yes,
so you
Eagles,
may need something
Chiefs,
else.
I got to know something.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Well, my Alabama boys are playing for the Eagles. I got to pull for the Eagles on this one.
Oh, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And my little girl, with A.J. Brown over there, she's rooting for him as well. So I'm telling you right now, a lot of people are all over the Eagles. I also like what the mayor of Philadelphia is doing. Did you hear what he's doing?
No.
So the day after the Super Bowl, so all the parents and the children who are up watching this game and rooting for their Eagles, he pushed school back. They usually start at 7:15. He pushed the opening of school the day after the Super Bowl to 9:30.
Oh, beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful? Telling you, it makes me almost want to root for Philadelphia just because of what the mayor did. I'm like, this should be done all across the United States.
That's right. Well, I think it's it's going to be their turn this year, so we'll see.
Now, the other thing I wanted to say is I see the little love shacks over there, and I'm talking about those houses.
Yes.
I actually got one. It's the first time I've ever went. My girl got me one of the Santa Claus houses for Christmas, and we cracked it open, and it was amazing. At first, it was so beautiful, I didn't want to touch it. Once I cracked that sucker open and started eating, it was gone with a quickness. But tell the people about the little love shack that you got going on.
Well, we have a chocolate house for each season, and obviously for Valentine's, it's the Love Shack, and at Christmas, it's the bunny. It's the Santa's house.
Santa's, yep.
But then we will have the Bunny Cottage for Easter. So every season, or if you've got a friend who maybe is buying a new house.
I was getting ready to say Chas is buying one because she does real estate.
Yeah.
And she just had a closing, and she was like, I'm going to get one of these houses and give it to them for their closing.
It's ideal. It's a great thing, and everybody enjoys it, and they can share in it. Like you say, you crack it open, and everybody gets a treat.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And, it is absolutely fabulous. But, again, the first part is you just have to let somebody else, if you're like me. I was like, it's too pretty I don't want you to crack it open. And boom, grab the little mallet, crack the house, and start spreading the chocolate and the joy and the love around. Again, they're going to be open till 6 o'clock today, so you can stop by any of their locations. You can get the special 14% off. All you have to do is say Sports 56 or WHPQ, or I was listening to Johnny on the radio. They're going to take care of you. That's today only. And remember, we got T-minus 7 days till the big day. T-minus 7 days, 1 week away. Put in your order for these chocolate-covered strawberries. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, I'll put in the order and I got to pick them up Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, maybe Tuesday, I'm not really sure. They don't need the exact date. But you just come up here, and it's not like you have to come back in the store again. You go over to the side. You say your name. You've already paid. They bring you your boxes. It is so easy. And, again, so delicious.
Well, thank you. And just remember, nobody dips them like Dinstall's.
That is so true. Becky, thank you so much. I appreciate your time, and thank you for having me out here.
Thanks, John.
That is Becky. Get on out here. Becky Dinstall at Dinstall's Fine Candies. Again, locations all over the place. If you can hear my voice, you're close to one. Laurelwood, Germantown, Collierville, downtown. I'm at Pleasant View. On the other side, we're going to give you bets. I'm going to do a little drawing, and we're going to have some people win some assorted chocolates, or a 1-pound heart-shaped box of Dinstall's hand-packed chocolates for your Valentine, a 1-pound box of chocolate-covered strawberries that you can pick up Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 pair of tickets to Memphis and Temple, and also a pair of tickets to the Memphis-Houston game on March 5th. Don't you dare touch the dial. We're back in 2 shakes. This is Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, We are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
We told you this was going to happen, and now it has. The floor model sale is happening at Family Leisure. Lowest prices of the year on pool tables, on those wonderful spas, on patio furniture, state-of-the-art, and, of course, the game tables. Floor model arcades are now starting at $1,200. It's your last chance for a 2022 pool. And floor model trampolines are only $2,100. That's the installed price. Family Leisure, I-40 and Wooden Road, where family and fun come together.
The only app you need at your Super Bowl party is FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Download FanDuel and bet Super Bowl 57 with a no-sweat first bet. You'll get up to $3,000 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. FanDuel lets you bet on everything from the money line to point spreads to who will score a touchdown. The FanDuel Sportsbook app is safe, secure, and super easy to use. Join FanDuel with promo code WIN to claim your no-sweat first bet on Super Bowl 57. That's promo code WIN. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
21 plus in select states. Must be present in select states to wager. First online real money wager. Only $10 deposit required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable sportsbook bonus bets, which expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG. For Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Tennessee, and Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342 in Arizona. 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. 1-800-9-WITH-IT in Indiana. 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com in Kansas. 1-877-770-STOP in Louisiana. Visit www.mdgambler.org in Maryland. 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 in New York. 1-800-522-4700 in Wyoming or visit www.1-800-GAMBLER.net in West Virginia.
They say they'll get your biggest tax refund. Jackson Hewitt says your biggest tax refund guaranteed, and a chance to double your tax refund. Thousands in weekly prizes during the Double Your Refund sweepstakes. Your biggest refund times 2, twice the money, so forget about them. File your taxes on the double at Jackson Hewitt today. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to U.S. residents 18 or older who file a 2022 federal tax return. Promotion ends 4/2/23. Visit jacksonhewitt.com for rules.
Have you been looking for a cigar lounge that's laid back and offers style and a full bar and a great selection of cigars? Now let me tell you about the G-Spot Cigar Lounge, Memphis' premier cigar lounge, offering a wide selection of cigars, open 7 days a week starting at 12 noon for your smoking pleasure. Come kick back, enjoy a beer or a cocktail and a cigar while watching sports on one of their several TVs. G-Spot Cigar Lounge on Instagram and Facebook at the G-Spot Memphis, located at 6135 Mount Moriah Road, Suite 116.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy, Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's at the house. And, man, we have been out here at Becky Dinstall's place on Pleasant View. But if you can hear my voice, you're close to a Dinstall's. And let me tell you something. Dinstall's Fine Candies is the way that you tell those people that you love in your life how much they're appreciated. Make them feel the love this Valentine's Day. Head on and get some chocolate-covered strawberries. Put your order in. Nobody dips them like Dinstall's. You can start picking them up this Friday. You can pick them all the way up until Tuesday, February 14th. They got the Love Shack house out here. They have truffles, and the truffles look amazing. I want one of those fudge loves or a tiramisu, maybe an amaretto, a hazelnut. They've got it all out at Dinstall's. And, again, they have locations at Laurelwood, Germantown, Collierville, and the new store downtown. So check it out. Make the people that you love feel that love this Valentine's Day. T-minus 7 days and counting. I got some winners, and it is time. My man Buzz Raymond, he has got the assorted chocolates. That's a 1-pound heart-shaped box of Dinstall's hand-packed chocolates for your Valentine, Buzz Raymond. We also have a Raekwon Kelly. He is the winner of the 1 pound of chocolate-covered strawberries. You can pick those up Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. We'll reach out to you. Also, we have Mike Whitefield. Mike, you won the Memphis Temple tickets. That's 4 tickets to the Memphis Temple game. That's this Sunday. And my man Sam Cavaness, you have won the Memphis Houston tickets for March 5th. We'll reach out to you, and we'll let you know how you can collect your prize. Now, we got to close things out. Jay Morgan Harder's back at the house. I need to know this right now. How am I making some money tonight?
Well, first of all, John, this isn't a house, it's a place of business. Second of all, I have some bets for you here today. And it's not
Thank you, sir.
Place of business, radio studio. It's hardly a business. I guess it is a business, the business of radio, as it were. John, I have bets for you today, though.
All right, what do we got? We in the National Basketball Association?
Yes. How did you know?
Because you're an NBA guy and you don't like college kids because you're just mean to the young.
No, John, it's because they stink. Anyway, John, the T-Wolves play the Nuggets tonight. I like under 235.5 points in that game. I think that's going to be a competitive game. The Nuggets.
You like the under tonight, under 235.
And a half. And the half.
And by the way, it was Denver. It was the Denver-Minnesota game that was, I believe, what was that, Sunday? That's when Mike Malone did not bring anybody. In fact,
that's who they're playing again.
The team that they took to Minnesota. That it was. This is their starting. They had Brown, Kankar, Porter, Jordan, and Braun. Yes, that's who they brought down there. So this is going to be a different team. Minnesota beat them 128-98, the largest loss this year for Denver. I think Denver comes out there and also smacks them. So while you like the under 235, I like the Nuggets -9 at home against the T-Wolves. I think the pimp hand is coming out. Bing, bang, boom. T-Wolves going down.
I also like the Thunder +7.5 tonight, John, playing against LeBron James and the Lakers. LeBron
36 points away from Kareem from having the record. Does he get it tonight?
I don't know. I was looking. His point total tonight, I believe, was 31.5. I was looking at that one. That's a little bit too steep for me. He absolutely could get it.
Dude, it's the Thunder. It's the Thunder. They don't play that much defense. They can score. Hey, listen, I know that you're a big Thunder guy, okay? They're 25-28, but the Lakers are 25-29.
Wow.
And let me just tell you, they're going to be 26, the Lakers, and 29. Well, it's going to be 25-29 for Oklahoma City after tonight because LeBron James is getting the record. Take the over. He's going to score 36 points. It's going to be done on a Tuesday.
John, the Thunder are the 9th best defensive team in the NBA.
Hey, these are semantics.
That's a good point by you.
Right?
And last but not least, John, I like the over 25 points tonight for Jalen Brunson.
Oh, wait, what was the bet in the Lakers game?
I like the Thunder +7.5.
Oh, you like the Thunder +7.5.
I do.
Did you like LeBron James going over 31?
I'm going to stay away from that one.
Don't you think he gets the record tonight?
I think he could, but 31's a little bit too steep for a gambling man as
I think
myself.
I think he's going off for 40 points tonight. I think he gets the record with a good, 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
And I
think they celebrate him.
I've got a same game parlay for you, John. I think Jalen Brunson scores over 21.5 points tonight.
By the way, can I also tell you something?
Okay.
Do you know why they're going to get it tonight?
No.
Why LeBron James is going to get the record tonight?
Tell me why,
Because
John.
they have a chance to actually beat the Thunder. Their next game Thursday, they're playing the Bucks and Giannis. So he doesn't want to break the record, Kareem's record, and get beat by 20 by the Bucks, and that's what's going to happen. So take LeBron in the over because he can at least beat the Thunder.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take, John, also the Jalen Brunson prop, same game parlay here, so you can kind of customize a little bit.
So we're doing a little Knicks action tonight,
I'm going to take Jalen Brunson.
That's a 6 o'clock game. That's why did you start with the late games instead of the early games? Well, why are you going backwards?
Because this one is unique, and then it's a same game parlay, and I've never done this before, so I wanted to save this one for last. I want to go Jalen Brunson over 21.5 points and Quentin Grimes to make a 3. How about that?
I kind of like that. So Grimes, only one 3-pointer?
Just one, and because you're parlaying it with Jalen Brunson, so you're going to move Jalen Brunson's point total down a little bit. I haven't done it exactly yet because I was actually, between you and me, John, no one's listening to this, between you and me, I was also thinking about maybe adding a little prop for Julius Randle in there, over 3.5 assists maybe in there as well, and getting a little extra juice like that. But I haven't done that yet. For now, it's just
why is New York only a 1-point favorite down in Orlando?
Orlando's competitive, and Orlando's a competitive team, and they're good at home, honestly, and they play good defense. It might not be a big blowout like people think it will be.
I mean, I'm kind of with that line. It makes me think that I need to take Orlando.
Maybe so. They're good on defense,
I mean,
John. Another good defensive
They just
team.
got back from a 4-game road trip. They went 3-4 on the road. They beat the 76ers. They beat the Timberwolves, and they beat Charlotte. So they have been playing pretty decent basketball. Now they're back at their house.
And they're even at home. But the Knicks are one of the very few teams in the league that have a winning record on the road.
Mo Bamba's not going to play tonight.
He hadn't played. He's been not playing because of coaches' decisions for a while too, though.
Oh, okay.
So maybe not a huge loss necessarily.
New York's pretty healthy. The only person that's a little banged up is R.J. Barrett. So
I like this Grimes fella. I'm telling you right now, I like Quentin Grimes. He's impressed me. He's young. I found out he played at Kansas. Did not know that, John. Learned that the other day. I also found out the other day, while we got a minute here, I found out that Emmanuel Quickley and Tyrese Maxey were on the same Kentucky team in 2020 when that season was canceled because of COVID at the end of the year. And I also decided when I found that out that Kentucky and John Calipari actually have one more championship in my personal record book. I'm giving them the 2020 national championship because I'm telling you right now, there's nobody in the country that could have guarded Tyrese Maxey and Emmanuel Quickley. What do you think? What do you think about that?
That's great stuff, man. That's
Thanks,
great
John.
Now, I got two other things I wanted to mention, but they're a real man's. I actually wasn't listening to. I apologize. I was eating chocolate and saying hi to people. You know, I'm leaving. I'm sure it was interesting, and I'm sure the listeners really appreciated the words of wisdom that you gave them. I just didn't hear you because I was, again, saying hello to people.
That commentary after what I said is actually hilarious.
Okay, it is. Okay, good. By the way, did you know that A.J. Green retired yesterday?
I did.
Do you think A.J. Green, is there any chance?
Hoffer?
I mean, he's got 10,514 yards. He has 70 touchdowns. 727 receptions. That's an average of 14.5 yards. Is there any chance that he gets to the Hall?
Is he a Hoffer, John? I'm going to say yes.
I don't know. You think so?
I think he's a Hoffer. I mean, if we're going to let these guys in from 1960 whatever into the Hall of Fame, we got to let AJ Green in. He would have been like an alien if he played in the 70s. Like they would have been like, who is this guy? We don't know what to do with him. You know what I mean? Put him in the Hall. Well, that's my logic. Your logic, John?
Man, he's got an intriguing case to make it, but then there's also...
And he had to play with Andy Dalton for his whole career. Like, give me a break.
I was going to say, yeah, he did, yeah. And he was... this one's tough, man. I mean, dude, you're right. Back then, a 6'4", 210-pound man who could run like him.
They would have thought he was from a different planet.
He had five 1,000-yard receiving seasons. Oof. His best year, he had 1,400 yards and 11 touchdowns. That was 2012.
And he played with the Red Rifle.
Yeah, he did play with little Andy Dalton.
Made him look good.
The Red Rocket. Oh, well, I guess my time has come and gone. I do want to remind y'all,
we
are
John.
T-minus, thank you. We're T-minus 7 days until Valentine's. Stop by Dinstall's Fine Candy. If you get there today and you say Sports 56 or WHBQ, get 14% off your purchase. Again, you can put in those orders for the chocolate-covered strawberries. You can begin to pick them up this Friday, and you can pick them up all the way from Friday up until Valentine's Day. Check out all their chocolates, their truffles. They got a box for you, and I'm telling you, they got sizes for everybody's budget. They go from 3 ounces to 7 pounds. Head on out to Dinstall's, Pleasant View, Laurelwood, Germantown, Collierville, and downtown. For Jay Morgan, I'm John Harden. Get out there, make the world a better place. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace.
This is Sheldon Rosengarten with Mark's